Welcome to my channel. I'm Whitney. I'm a gifted empath. I specialize in tarot for you guys. I like to get these messages out of my life and into your ears. Okay. Um I do I do offer personal readings for the collective, okay? So if you see something in this reading that interests you, but it's not exactly what's going on, then that could be because it's a general message and not a personal message. Therefore, there's only an analogy that I can say. I can't actually say it, how it's going on. So just take it how it resonates, leave it how it doesn't. If it does resonate, awesome. If it doesn't, just remember it's for entertainment purposes only. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't, don't even try it on. Don't even try to walk in it. Obviously, you had to try it on, but okay, here we go. We're gonna see what's going on with the collective. We got the World with the Two of Wands in reverse. So something is over when it comes to trying to control your world, trying to control your life. Okay, people could be trying to take control of you, and it's just not working anymore because you're out of control. And that's a good thing, okay? Like, that's a good thing. That means that you are continuing to follow your mission, and these people cannot keep up with you anymore. It's like they're trying to watch you. They're trying to tag your location. They're trying to do things so then they can stop you, so they can turn the light red, so then they can, do some type of voodoo. I can hear voodoo going on in my head right now. And then we got the Seven of Wands, trapped, but who is the monster? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's this person here, and I believe that this is the mastermind. This is the person that's trying to control you. They're trying to control where you're going. They're trying to control what you're doing, right? And they're not letting you out, okay? They're not letting you out of the box, or they're not letting you out of, your trapped room, or they're not letting you out of somewhere to get into your life, okay? There's the Star. Okay, you could be an Aquarius, and this could just be the connection between you and this person, that this person has latched themselves onto you, that they are actually living off of your fertility. They're living off of your cycles, right? Because they have you in this box, they have you trapped, and they're benefiting from everything that you're doing. There's the Two of Pentacles. You could be kind of like back and forth with money, back and forth with what are you going to do, because this person has complete power over you. There is no real decisions that you can make for yourself from the looks of it, okay? This guy, this Suit of Pentacles, somebody possibly using money to keep control of you, okay? It's like they're keeping you locked away in the zoo, but they have to pay the zoo to keep you there, okay? They have to pay somebody to keep you where you're isolated. And I mean, let's hope that this person is like running out of money or something, or Two of Cups. So this is somebody that you were with. Okay, somebody possibly that had feelings for you, somebody that you possibly were in a relationship with, okay? They took ownership of you, I just heard. Ownership of you. Or they took a dog from you or something, and they just left the dog, like tied up, Like, those people that, I was watching this Unsolved Mysteries where this man just took kids away from his wife because his wife was going to divorce him. And just took them to Istanbul, took them to Turkey, where they hate women, so she can't even go and like get her kids back. And he said, I knew you were going to divorce me. I knew you were going to, so I took the kids. He didn't even take the kids because he wanted them. He just wants to take them to punish her. Okay? And look at that, Five of Cups, because he's lonely, right? And he's a loser. He's losing at life. Right? So why not take something that you're connected to and trap it? So then you have control of it forever. Right? This reminds me of a boss I had, where it just seemed like everything I did, she was trying to control everything, and even telling me like how to dress, how to look. And I was like, I am my own woman, like what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to act like I need you as a mother with me right now? Like, I don't need a mother. I need somebody in my corner, just to support me, just to hear me out, just to be there as a friend. Like, if I needed a mother, trust me, I'd call my own fucking witch of one up, but I don't need one. Therefore, I do not need a bunch of women trying to act like I need a mother from them when I don't. I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't need a mommy, okay? So yeah, this is pretty bad. Someone's acting like you need them in your life. You know, like, if I needed you, I would have asked for you. Eight of Wands, and you know how people they're like, well, you just couldn't ask for help. I realized that I needed to help you because I realized that your pride is getting in the way, and you couldn't ask me. No, I didn't ask you because I didn't want to ask you because I didn't need your help. Okay, not everybody, like I think this person is acting like you don't tell the truth, that you weasel around the truth and they've got to figure it out to help you because you're such a lost soul. When it's like, no, I choose not to tell you everything because I don't have to. I choose to fill you in where I want to. And why are you not taking me seriously? Why are you acting like I'm a child who can't make up their own mind, right? This is pretty bad. Okay, this is pretty bad. This is obviously has something to do with somebody around you that has absolutely no life. So let me tell you, they're gonna get a kick in the pants. Something's gonna happen to them, and their life is gonna be in full control or fully out of control, because they thought that they had so much to say about you. Okay, so we're gonna start this off with the King of Swords. Somebody lied, and they didn't just lie a little bit. They lied through their fucking teeth. They took it places. They did things with it, and because of their status in public, people believed them. Okay. And that was really sad, because this person could have just offered you their help, and in the littlest bit of their graces, that could have done something if they had asked, but they didn't ask. They just assumed. And that assumption is what went in the air. Okay? And then it's almost like I feel like this person got a little bit angry with you because they could help you and you chose not to talk to them. Like, for instance, okay, so this girl, my sister and I knew back in the day, she worked at the Condom Shack in Toronto for 10 years, something like that. She was the manager. And my sister was in the, she was looking around for I think she was looking for lube or something. Anyway, she was looking for something. And she ended up talking about it with this lady after the fact. And she said this girl got so pissed off that my sister had the audacity to go to a different sex store, even though this woman didn't work at a sex store anymore. No. She wasn't working at all. She was fucking knocked up by this dude she didn't even barely know. She was in no position to help my sister whatsoever, which is why my sister sought help somewhere else. And she was like, she said this woman was egotistically hurt, right? Like, she wasn't hurt. Her feelings weren't hurt. And it was almost as if acting like she was the only person in the world who knew anything. And if my sister knew anything about her, she would have came to her instead of just went to strangers. When people in that industry are there because they know what they're talking about, which means you're not the only person that knows what they're talking about. And if my sister didn't want to talk to you about lube or condoms or sensitivity, she didn't want to fucking talk to you, bitch. She didn't trust you. She trusted a stranger, which is what some people will do, right? When they're, going through something and they know that you're an expert on something, but they might be a little bit, they don't want to tell everybody about everything and they don't want you to know about it. So they just take your advice on the topic in general and then go to speak to somebody else because they're more comfortable speaking to a fucking stranger. Right? Like, people, they just don't understand how to keep things personal anymore, right? Like, people always think I talk so much on this channel. They're like, you need to stop talking about it. And I was like, trust me, I don't even say a fucking ounce of my life, of what really happens in my life, right? You get a lot of the past that has something to do with the reading, but that's it. I don't tell people about my life for a reason. And when I do expose to the public about my life, it's because I'm open about it and I don't care and I want to, right? People, we have stars out there, okay? Stars that are supposed to help guide the public, right? People who are going through things that you're going through, like being that voice to a topic that people don't want to talk about, but they need to hear about it, right? There are stars, and there's stars in the making right now. There are people that are watching this video going, I can't wait to make tarot readings myself. I can't wait to bring motivation to the public and access files within people that, where they need help, where they need guidance, right? Like, honestly, you either take it as an extreme gift and that you are privileged to be able to do what you can do, or you can be like this person and take your will and walk away from them, and they can't handle that, so then they trap you, right? It's that twisted fantasy of somebody where you say you don't want to date them and then they kidnap you, right? Because they can't live without you. And it's like, excuse me, like, get a fucking life. Like, if you feel like you can't live without me, there's something wrong with your life drastically, and you need to fix it, because you need to live for yourself and nobody else. I mean, if you've got kids, even so, you need to be living for yourself, so then you can be the best parent for them. Right? Like, putting your kids in front of everything and saying, I only live for my kids, I only work for my kids, is bullshit, because you're taking that whole experience away from yourself. And you're taking all of that away from yourself. Your kids are not your burden. You chose to put your kids here. Therefore, you either rise them up as the gift that they are, or drag them down as the burden you see them. But regardless, you decided and you put it here, right? So it's like, whatever this person is doing, they did something purposely, and now it's almost like they can't contain it, right? I don't think they can contain you anymore. I don't think that they can hold you down anymore. I think money doesn't hold a candle to energy. And just because this person, okay, has money, it doesn't mean that you don't have the will to survive. Money can't keep you locked up, right? When you're creative and you can get out of things. It's all about movement, right? It's all about staying alive, right? And just like a shark can't stop moving. Like, if it stops moving, it'll die. It constantly needs to be circulated. Same with fish. They always need to be moving, like, right? And if you want to stop somebody's movement, then you kill them, right? Because everybody needs to evolve. Everybody needs to grow. You can't stop somebody's growth. Like, what are those, they used to say that, I don't know, somewhere in Asia or whatever, they would like, to keep their feet small, they kept their shoe size one size. And so then the foot that, couldn't outgrow the shoe. They said they did it to dogs. If they don't want dogs to grow past a certain size, then they keep them in this box, so then they can't outgrow the box. It's vile. It's completely against the laws of nature. It's abusive on all terms. Okay, to keep you somewhere, and them believing that by keeping you small or keeping you in this box or in this trap, that you're just going to stay small, when you're outgrowing them, because you're the star. The star will never stop shining, right? It will shine and shine and shine until it just starts breaking people's faces, right? Cutting out their eyes, right? When you've got the motivation, and that's what this Eight of Wands is. Listen to this. Change. It's coming. Something is in the air. Action. The time is now. Where will you be when the big event happens? Okay, so it's like, where is this King of Pentacles going to be when you break free? Because they're not standing there staring at the cage. They're somewhere else, because they're throwing money at something and they're not actually doing it themselves. It's like having a Bengal tiger in your house, thinking that one door is going to keep it locked up. And if you're not paying attention to that door, if you're not paying attention to the alarm system, and that cat gets out, you're fucked. It's going to eat you, right? So that's what I'm feeling with this energy. People didn't understand that by locking you up, that was the worst thing they could have done, because you had the energy and the stamina and the creativity to get out of it. And all they had was money. So stupid, deaf, dumb, and blind. Deaf, dumb, blind. All the three characteristics that you need to break free, and behind this motherfucker's back, because they're not paying attention. So, I mean, give yourself a pat on the back to how oblivious people are, and how, all you have to do is like dangle something else in their face and they'll just go wandering off to that, right? Because they're so stupid. They just see everything as like kid in a candy store, kid in a candy store. I want this, I want that. Yeah. We get it. You want the whole world to yourself, but you're not going to get it. Okay. This is somebody in your past. okay, that really blocked you. Okay, they took their magic and they took their energy and they blocked you. Okay, but again, they just blocked you with money. That's all they did. They just blocked you with money. The King of Cups returns with the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Like, you are going to give this person nightmares for a very long time. And you're going to show up in different suits and ties and packages that are going to scare them, shake them, make them wake up in a cold sweat. You're going to fuck them up in their dreams, okay, for what they psychologically did to you that manipulated your 3D life, okay? Now we got the, oh my God, look at this. I love this card so much. Okay, so this is the 9 of Wands. This person is trying to keep this monster from coming in. He's trying to put all of his weight on those wands to keep this door shut. And it's in reverse, which means you're that monster coming through. You're breaking through the door. It couldn't have been given a better analogy than this. Like, you've broken through the door. No matter how much power, no matter how much energy they use, you can't be stopped because of how much they already held you back. So you just got all this energy just like pent up. Okay. And then we got the 5 of Swords. And I mean, the Headless Horseman came out already. And look at, she beheads. Victory. Okay, this is going to be a very bloody victory. Okay, for this Knight of Swords that in reverse, I just went out of control. Okay, just brought information out of his ass to manipulate the energy around you. Okay, we've got quick thinker, ambitious, and drive to succeed, all in reverse. And look at, he's just about to behead him. Okay, just about to behead him. So I almost feel like you were coming up to the end. Like they were going to get you out of that box and behead you. They weren't going to keep you there anymore, right? So it was do or die. It was either you get out when their back is turned or you die, right? And now I'm getting that X-Files. X-Files did a bunch of movies. And one of the movies, there's an FBI agent, Whitney, and Ice Cube is in it. And Agent Whitney realizes that a police officer goes missing. And yeah, so this guy, oh my God, this Russian guy is stealing organs. He's stealing organs. He's in the black market for organ stealing, and because he transports them. Anyways, this agent gets taken. She gets kidnapped, and they hire a psychic, this old priest that can see visions, to flag her down and figure out where she is. And when the camera goes to her and these doctors, they turn their back and they leave the cage open, and she kicks the cage open and she runs for it. She ends up getting caught, which is unfortunate, but that's the part I saw where, these people are around you, or this person was around you and they were keeping you somewhere, and all you had to do was just wait until their back was turned to run away or to open up the door, right? And then we got the Page of Swords featuring curiosity, new ideas, and positive change. See, oh man, she's doing one of those, what do you call those things? Dissections. She's about to dissect this human, which is the Page of Swords, to figure the human out, right? All these little characteristics about the human, it thinks that it can indulge in, it thinks that it can expose, right? And that's what the Page of Swords does. The Page of Swords is always trying to learn something, right? And that's probably what you did being trapped, is that you learned the weak spots, right? You learned when the trainers didn't lock the doors anymore, you learned when feeding time was, you learned when the guards weren't watching, right? Because people are very strung up on routine. It's always routine. And as long as nothing changes and disrupts their routine, then they just get lazier and lazier and lazier in it. And they really just kind of stop using all of their senses. right? Because they feel like they're safe. So maybe that's what it is that you haven't tried to escape. You haven't done anything. So this King of Pentacles is just kind of slacking off with watching you now because they just assume that you're brainwashed and never going to go anywhere. But just like, I don't know if you watch the new Beetlejuice, but Beetlejuice leaves after that huge hole is blown in the wall. And he says, Bob, you make sure everybody stays and does their job. Beetlejuice leaves. Bob turns around, tells everybody to get back to work, and everybody runs out the hole. Right? Like, no, they're not going to fucking stay there if they don't have to. They're being held captive. No one's going to stay there once the boss leaves. Right? So this person's stupid. As if to think that you're just going to stay there while they go out and peruse the world. No. You're always looking for a way out. Always. And my sister and I, look at that, death on the bottom. Like, you are going to change. Whether or not you just end up dying and getting out of this life, I don't know. But something's going to change. Okay? And my sister and I went to this reptile zoo not too long ago. And there were these saltwater crocodiles. And we were just kind of sitting there. It was the end of the tour. So you're just sitting there. We were looking at the crocodiles and one was sleeping. One didn't care. But the other one was staring at my sister and I, like hardcore staring. And then he started charging the wall. He started charging the glass where we were sitting. And we were like, there was a trainer right there. Didn't even fucking say anything. And I'm thinking like, man, you got kids running through here. You got people running through here with these crocodiles right there, you know, with just this, you know, fucking thin ass plexiglass in between us. And then he started pushing on the seams where the glue was. And he had each paw on either side of the glass and he was pushing on that line. And there's hundreds of gallons of water behind that plexiglass. And it's just out in the open. Just me and a croc. Like, we got the fuck out of there. I was like, I'm not going to be here when this thing breaks. Like, okay, yeah, sure. I bet you it can hold for 1,000 years. But have you ever heard about a little tremor or something that shakes the ground and the littlest crack comes through and then poof, everything disintegrates? Like, have you never heard of that happening? Like, come on, people. Can't be that dumb, right? To think that, you put a predator behind a glass with a bunch of prey on the other side. Eventually, it's going to figure out a way to get through. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. They just kept baiting you and baiting you and baiting you and putting something right in front of you. And then they just weren't paying attention to you anymore. And you're like, yeah, okay, keep putting on and displaying exactly what you want me to forget about. Because I'm not going to forget about it. And I'm not going to live here with you. So, wow, that was kind of a big message. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? And always remember, for entertainment purposes only. I'm really happy if it does resonate with you because that means that these messages are doing something, and that's the whole point of them, is to get the message out. If you think that this, resembles you or it reminds you of somebody or something, then share the video, get it out there. That's how we can get the voice out there. That's how we can get these out there and start fighting back against these energies that just think that they're allowed to bully us and think that they're allowed to push us up against the corner and we're not going to go anywhere because they're so powerful. Like, I can buy a gun too, right? Like, that I can have a knife too. That I can learn how to protect myself. Like, I am not just going to live under your hand for the rest of my life as if I owe you this, right? Everybody, if you're out there living, you got to do what's best for you, not what's best for somebody else. Okay. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you want a personal reading, if you want to get some more in depth with this, and talk about this a little bit more, WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com, all one word. Okay. And, if you like the video, like that, click that like button. And if you want to subscribe, it'd be awesome to have you here. We are growing and I really, like our numbers because it shows that the bigger we grow in number, the more we have each other's backs. And like, I have your back if you haven't noticed. So, peace out. All right. Be good out there. Be gentle to one another and just try to do what's best for you. Just fuck everybody else for just 1 second while you get your shit under control and back into your life again. So have a good week. Aight.